So I've been working with this brand on Retainer, and I want to share with you some of the benefits that comes with working with brands on Retainer as a freelance photographer and videographer. But this client wanted me to capture some cold weather content. And for those of you that know me, I live in Miami, Florida. So what I did is I pitched this shoot and proposed it to them to shoot in Blue Ridge, Georgia. So here we are. For this shoot, I thought it would be super fun to bring my family along. Honestly, it's something that even if I look back to the first few years of my business, I've been doing this for 10 years, I always wanted to structure my business in a way where there's flexibility. And I want to get into some of the things that make it possible for me to travel with my family while also working with some of the retainer clients that I absolutely love working with. So let's get into it. The first point that I want to cover is flexibility. When I first became an entrepreneur, if you're anything like me, I love the idea of eventually having flexibility in my schedule, the type of clients I work with, and also I love the idea of not having a ceiling over my head with almost capping me what I can make in a given year. Now, with that being said, it takes years in order to get flexibility with the type of clients you work with, how you maybe structure those client projects and so forth. So I'm super grateful for the fact that right now, at this time in my business, my clients really trust me. There's a whole lot of flexibility, and that's why I'm able to take advantage of it and bring my family with me on some of these trips. I've always wanted my family to feel like they're a part of it. And I think with 3 kids under 3 at the time of this video, which is crazy, I got 3 little girls, Mila, Esme, and Lennon. I don't want it to be a crutch. And I think that's something that a lot of freelancers dream about when they're growing a business as a creative is, hey, I want to travel and shoot. That's amazing. You don't have to go to Bali in order to work with brands. You don't need to travel around and work with hotels. There's brands out there that you can buy online. And if you're like me and you like shooting product lifestyle, it's possible. Was it a lot of work bringing my entire family on this shoot to Blue Ridge, Georgia? Absolutely. It's the first time ever that we had plane tickets for all the girls because in the past we've only had 2 and it's really easy just to throw them on your lap. But we had Mila, Esme, Lennon, myself, and my wife all in one row, which was super fun and super chaotic at the same time. I also want to say it was super fun having my in-laws drive from Nashville to Georgia, where we booked an Airbnb for the shoot because they were able to help out with the shoot. And I think that's important. When the shoot day came around, they kind of took the girls and they went off and did an activity. And I bring that up because I think it's important sometimes to have extra help, especially if you're going to bring your family with you on a work shoot. So we did a lot of different things. We went to an apple orchard, we did some hiking, we went to a pumpkin patch, and it's been just awesome taking advantage of all this time that we have outside of the shoot in order to just do some family bonding. Another key factor that allows me to work with my clients the way that I do on Retainer is I'm producer Paul. And I love being kind of hands-on with all the tasks, all the pre-production, all the post-production, all the talent communication, location scouting, and so forth. And when I decided to start working with brands on Retainer years ago, I saw this common theme that they really liked me being the one-stop shop. So for this client in particular, I not only scouted the talent remotely, but I also found an assistant based out of Atlanta. Shout out to Liv. She's actually a member of the TFP program. I was also able to find this Airbnb. I put together a list of Airbnbs. I proposed them to my client with the price points, and they gave me the thumbs up for this one. And then I also was able to figure out what props we needed in order to support the shot list that my client had given me. So when I landed in Georgia, I found the nearest big box store. I made sure that I was able to kind of gather all the props necessary before the shoot day. When it comes to being a producer, I will say as a freelancer, it might look different than someone who's a producer at a big agency. I love wearing all the hats. Now for this shoot, I was the photographer, the videographer, and then also I was the producer on it. That might seem kind of scary, but my advice is to shadow someone who is a producer. Learn the behind the scenes. Being a producer does, call for you having a lot more weight on the shoot, which means you're gonna have to handle a lot more. But at the end of the day, if your clients can look at you as a one-stop shop and they're working with you individually in order to pull off whatever it is for them, it's gonna be awesome. They're gonna love that. And some clients really do like working with a smaller crew or an individual versus working with that big agency. Now, because this client is a retainer client, I have to tell you, I've been working with them for 5 years, which goes to show that you're able to have deeper relationships with repeat clients that are on retainer. And I think the reason why they're consistently renewing with me and they love working with me is because I can be more strategic. Rather than working with 100 one-off clients in a given calendar year, I'm able to work with a few retainer clients on a monthly or quarterly basis, and I'm able to spend a lot more intentional time making sure that I'm able to really pull off whatever the vision they have for the shoot is. And I think this might come with time, but my clients are rarely on set. And because we've worked together for more than just one shoot, they can trust me. And we have those deeper relationships. So remote client management is definitely something that comes with working with retainer clients if you structure it the way that I do. One thing that I do to make sure that my clients are confident and they trust me when they're maybe not around is I over-deliver, not only with communication, but also with collateral. Maybe I'm not giving away assets for free, but maybe I'm sharing behind the scenes content. If we agreed on 50 unique edited images, maybe I'm delivering 300 color graded images from a lifestyle shoot, from a full day shoot, and then they then can select their favorite photos. And I think that's something that really will differentiate you if you're working with retainer clients and you want to bring them maybe on a trip with you, or you're proposing, hey, maybe instead of shooting this in my city, we bring this to Denver, Colorado, or wherever it is that will help you better achieve those assets. I think the biggest piece of advice that I can give when thinking about retainer clients is how do you position yourself and act as an extension of your client? Now with this shoot, it's a popcorn and licorice brand, all right? But what's important is that I really do treat their product as if it's my own. I know their product so well. I know what makes sense. I know how to capture lifestyle content around their product when being interacted with a talent who might fit their target consumer profile. And I think it's important to call those things out because it really does show when you're on a Zoom call, a pre-production call, when you're on set, working with the talent, whether the client's on set or not, how much you actually care about the product and the client that you're working with. I hope you guys found this video valuable. I'm in the middle of Blue Ridge, Georgia. I'm about to go catch a plane because guess what? We're going home today and I already know it's gonna be an adventurous trip with 3 little girls running all over the place, but that's a part of it. So make sure to check out my next YouTube video, subscribe, comment, and if you like this format, please let me know. We'll talk soon.